Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Now today's just a little update video on Scum for all the new players and existing players on where the game is going. Let's get into it, shall we? So as you can see, that they're doing a lot of work on related issues to crashes. They are doing a cooking rework, code reviews, a lot of bug fixing. They're actually working on a new anti-cheat, not an existing anti-cheat, a brand new one. So hopefully this will implement on 0.85 also. More optimizations coming, rework on mount slots. They've started working on the BCU locks, but again, we're going to have to wait for some more information on these to come out before I give you more info on them, because I don't want to say stuff and it's not true or it's not implemented. So we'll wait for a bit more information on them before we get into them a bit more. Again, they're working on flag elements expansions, gas station reworks, working on hand abrasions. So there's a lot more coming to this game. Implementing the dirt bike, which would be amazing, because it does mean that we are going to start getting these vehicles back. It might be slow, but we will get them back. So we move on to level design. Now this is a big one for 0.85, because I believe we're going to be getting a new area to the map. If this is a map expansion or a brand new map, I'm not sure, but they're all currently optimizing the current Sambor City, continuously doing that, which is great work. But they're doing a lot of new work on procedural buildings for the interior of them, which is interesting. They're obviously working on new building models, new textures. They're also working on the new City Hall building. They finished the new sports centre, and they're doing further work on the hospital building. Now we'll get into these in a moment. I've got some photos to show you. Now I did believe that one of these photos was a schoolroom, like a classroom or a lecture room. But it actually turns out I believe this is now the cinema building. And again, I'll show you this in a moment, because we've got some photos coming up after we go through some of this stuff, just to show you what they are working on. And it does look amazing. So a bit further work on supermarket building, and they're also working on playground assets. So for the art team, we've got rigging the new Sentry, which piques my interest because I believe we're getting a new Sentry, which would be nice. They're working on RPG animations for the new RPG that's coming. They've got new clothing items. Again, they're working on so much to this game. And again, there's so much that needs to be fixed with this, because it has been frustrating as of late playing this game with everything that got taken out of it. But as you can see, they are working on stuff and they are implementing those vehicles back in slowly. Obviously, the dirt bike's going back in, hopefully with 0.85. We may possibly get a ATV as well. So again, it's all speculation at the moment until we get a decisive answer of what's coming out, which will probably be with the next update. We're not really going to know how much of this is going to be implemented. But I have got high hopes for Scum in 2023. So if we just move on, I'll show you some photos from the art team from Tommy Slab's Twitter account. So we have the new SKS that is going to be implemented into the game, and I am looking forward to this because I am a massive fan of older styled weapons, you know, like the World War II weapons that you find in the bunkers. Massive fan of them, and this is just another great addition to the arsenal that you can find within Scum. So this is the classroom, or the lecture room, as I thought it was, but it actually turns out I think this is the cinema that they've implemented into the new city. So again, this will hopefully come within 0.85 update, which hopefully will be soon. Fingers crossed. The sports hall, which they've completed. So this is a finished product now, which again will be implemented in the new city that we have come in the new update. And I can't wait, because it just gives us so many more places to explore, new POIs. And again, here's this swimming pool that they posted as well. So again, another massive area that we get to explore. Now, I don't know if it's going to come in a form of just being added on to the existing map, like they do normally with POIs, or if we're going to get some sort of expansion. Now, it'd be nice if we get some sort of expansion northeast of the snow biome, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. This is the new hospital, new hospital POI, which they're currently working on still, but should be implemented again with 0.85. There's just a lot coming to this game and a lot they're working on at the moment, and I feel like we need to give them a bit of time. And with that said, 4 years, some people may say is enough time, but when they're implementing things like this, brand new massive cities and areas, yeah, there's things that need fixing in this game, but it's early access still. So until it's fully released, I'm not going to complain, and I'll give them as much time as they need, because it is a massive game. So we're just going to move on to these BCU locks. There's a photo with them. So with these, you basically use these on your base, and with your BCU, you can unlock the door to your base. But that does mean that then people can use alt accounts, and you'll never get into their bases if you do manage to kill a player and take their BCU, and you know where they live. But again, we'll come back to this. Up next, and finally, a big one, is cooking rework. Now this will be a massive, massive help for everybody, because cooking has been broken for some time. And I personally can't wait for new features in the cooking, because it will just make this game 100 times better, just for this alone. But that's going to be the end for today's video. It was just a quick update for you all. Again, there's a lot they need to fix with this game, but I'm going to hold my hopes high for it, because I believe 2023 is going to be a massive, massive year for this game. And that's going to be all for me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time. See ya.